Hello everyone, welcome to the first episode of our figure reviews, where today we'll be reviewing the Hammond collection Baryonyx and Concavenator. So let's get right into it. We'll start with the Baryonyx. So, as usual, the painting and sculpting on this figure is actually really good. However, over the years, the paint has begun to chip away, as seen right here. The gray, the gray underside is starting to show, and there's some, yeah, it's all over the back. Well, yeah, the back and the neck. Now, back. So another thing, the sculpting. This is I really love how the scales were sculpted into the sides and the neck of the body and tail. Basically, the entire thing actually has a really good feel to it. The back, with all the scutes on the back, excuse me, uh, with all the scutes on the back, make it feel very rough yet also smooth at the same time. Now, why not just go to the thing that almost everyone would like to see: articulation. So on the Hammond collection Baryonyx, his jaw can kind of open. His jaw can open up to its lower jaw can open very wide, even without the upper jaw movement, which goes up as well. When I first got it, I didn't think that the upper jaw could move, yet I was surprised to see it could. Anyways, the base of the head is on a ball joint, same for the base of the neck. A lot of the rest of the joints are just hinge joints. For example, the shoulder blade, the elbow. Now, the hip, I'm not entirely sure, but it's a very tight joint. It likes to click in place a lot, so it might be a ratchet. There's a hinge joint at the knee, the ankle, I think, and the toes on both sides. Now, the tail, it's an entire bendy wire, but it's quite firm, so it's not going to be very good to pose. But it even though with a bendy wire, it's still going to get some really good poses and some natural curves, kind of. Now, because I've had this thing for over a year, because I've had this thing for over a year now, its joints have begun to wear down, especially in the jaws. The upper jaw won't stay put, like this. See, no matter what I do, it won't stay shut. Well, I guess I'll deal with it. Another thing, the eyes, they look very, very sharp and clean, and I just absolutely love that. Now, I think it's enough time gloating about the Baryonyx, that we head on to our next figure, the Concavenator. The Concavenator is more of a recent one, as it, well, came out very recently. Now, the sculpting, excuse me, the painting and sculpting on this figure is also really good, and in my opinion, this guy's better, just for the reason that it its design just look its color scheme. I really love it, and the main body color just confuses me a lot because I can't tell whether it's a green or a gray. Anyways, also really love the stripe that goes down the body to the head. However, a little nitpick I have about it is that the paint on the head was printed on there, include the eye included, but that kind of detracts from it. But I still love it, no matter what. I must say that the tail actually feels a lot more. What is the word? Flimsy, kind of? No, I don't think flimsy was, but okay. It doesn't matter. It still feels. It's actually a lot better than the very stiff Baryonyx. And, and even with the small little hump on the tail, you can still get some really good curves. See, look at this. Now, articulation on this thing is practically the same, except with a single added feature. Instead of the lower jaw opening wider, it's the upper jaw that opens wider. See, look at this. The top, you have to actually kind of push it back because of the scutes here. You have to push because of the scutes here. You have to push the upper jaw back to get it to open. Now, the underside actually looks really light compared to the rest of the body. Now, its head is on a ball joint. Same for the base of the neck. No ab crunch, which I don't know why I'm pointing this out. I mean, it's on the Hammond collection Tyrannosaurus, but still. Hinge joint at the elbow, the shoulder and the elbow, and also at the wrist, finally. Ooh. See? They finally decided to give it to this guy, and also the T-Rex as well. Now, the bendy wire on the tail, like I said, it feels more flimsy, yet it's flimsy yet firm at the same time. That's one of the reasons why I like it. I think something funny that happened when I'm trying to get it, just something I described it to as just a wet carrot. More specifically, a boiled wet carrot. But, I mean, its color scheme kind of does that, but anyways, same thing with the hip a little bit, except it's more firm, kind of. Yeah, it can actually do a full 360. Yeah. Also, forgot to mention, the legs can spread in and out like this. Hinge of the knee, the ankle, and the toes. And all around, these guys are pretty good. Now, what you probably want to see is the size comparison between these guys. So, let's set them up, and I'll come back to you later. Alright, we're back. And fully extended. So we have a tape measure here, and fully extended. This thing goes up to, the Baryonyx is about 13, a little over 13 inches long, and the Concavenator is about, let's measure it at their fullest, again 13 inches long. So making them relatively decently sized, and next to each other, these guys are pretty cool looking. Camera would not be so close to the ground. In the end, I recommend both these figures, Baryonyx and Concavenator. So, really, any Jurassic fan out there. However, as fun as this was, all good things must come to an end, and that also means this episode. So, a little like, subscribe, perhaps, if you do wish so, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.